So good morning again. My name is Gabriela Mata. I'm one of the co-hosts for today's virtual Cafecito. I am the Director of Student Activities and currently on campus helping out with our Morton College Panther Pantry, as you can see in the back. I'm going to go ahead and let Diego, our co-host, do a quick intro, and then we're going to move on to doing an introduction of the panel that we have this morning. We are being joined by our college presidents, Stan, we have Keith, Blanca Jara, and Marisol Velasquez. Once we're done with that intro, I'll go ahead and unmute our students for questions, and so we can start that conversation. So Diego, if you can just share with us a little bit about you, please.
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for joining the Virtual Cafecito. I'm glad to see a lot of familiar faces, but also more people joining, so I'm glad to see all of you. My name is Diego Aleman. I'm the recruitment specialist at Morton College, and I'm co-hosting today with Gabriela. And thank you for the panelists to join in today and discuss more about what is going on and updates for our students, but also for us to get to know what are the upgrades and things that are happening at Morton.
Thank you, Diego. We'll go ahead and allow Dr. Fields to do an introduction.
Gabriela, thank you. I appreciate you facilitating this, you and Diego both, and looking forward to engaging with the students that have joined the call.
Thank you. Keith, are you on?
Yes, I'm here. Hello. I'd like to thank both of you as well for organizing this, and just to let you know that we're in continuous contact with our faculty and student services staff, and we're trying to create some policies to be proactive about some of the questions that are coming up with from students. But we're looking forward to hearing those questions and covering any areas that we may have overlooked in terms of what some of the concerns are from students. So we look forward to their feedback.
Thank you. Blanca?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to see the faces that are joining us. I miss the students. I miss our college, and I'm here to help answer any questions and help continue to support and provide resources to you.
Marisol?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Marisol and I'm the Dean of Students. Thank you so much for coming today to this virtual cafecito. I hope all of you have your cafecito. I have mine, so enjoy. And I am really, really excited to see students' faces. We don't get to see students much virtually, so I love that we're hosting this. So thank you to you and Diego for putting this together for us.
Of course. We're very excited to have you here, all of you, and hope that our students are definitely able to share their questions and concerns. So to kick it off, before I unmute everyone, I do just want to go over the housekeeping rules. Everyone, welcome again. Be respectful of everyone that is speaking by muting yourself when you are not speaking. This eliminates the background noise. I will also be muting myself. It's a little busy in the pantry, so that will definitely eliminate that background noise. You are also welcome to ask questions and address your comments or concerns in the chat. I and Diego will be monitoring that. And of course, just sharing again that this is a safe zone, and we really encourage you to provide all of your feedback. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmute the students and everyone that's participating, but if you are not currently speaking, I ask you that you please mute your phone. All right, students, we're here for you. What are your questions, concerns?
Hi, my name is Carla. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I like to say thank you to every administrator and everyone who was here on this call to talk a little bit about some of the concerns that the students have had during this time with COVID-19. I just wanted to ask directly, I guess, to Marisol, Blanca, and Dr. Fields about something that has caught my attention during this time that other universities are doing and other colleges are doing, which is a credit, no credit system. I wanted to know if the Morton College administration knows about this system, if they have any opinions on the system, if they have any idea if perhaps they would be willing to, put the system in place, just because I understand that there are a lot of college students in Morton College who are having trouble with online learning. And I personally, I'm having trouble with online learning. And I've seen my I guess assignments and my grades a little bit tumbling because of difficulty grasping the content of my classes. So I just wanted to know what your intake is on this system. I actually have a document that talks a little bit and a PDF that talks a little bit more about what credit or no credit system is. And if you will let me, I can put it in the group in the chat. So, yeah.
I'll be happy to answer that. If anyone else wants to chime in, please feel free to. This is Marisol. We're implementing a alternative grading policy, and our email actually should go out by either tomorrow or latest Friday. And the alternative grading policy, what it does is a pass or fail option for our students. So students are going to be able to choose their whether they want to select the grade that they currently have in class, or they could also select passing grade or a U grade, which is unsatisfactory. Also, we will be extending our withdrawal date until May 22nd, so that way we provide students with that opportunity to see their grades. Once they see their grades and they have a conversation with their academic advisor about what choosing a U grade or a P grade means to them, then they can make that decision about what's the best grade for them to select based on their circumstances and what they want to attain in the future in terms of their academic progress.
Thank you.
Carla, it's me, Blanca. What other, aside from the online learning transition, I know that a lot of students are having some difficulty, navigating. Is there anything else that we can do as an institution to support you and any other students that are having the same difficulties?
I guess when it comes to online learning, it's just I've heard things from other students saying, you know what, like I did not sign up for this, like this, like I'm doing this online learning, like I'm not grasping the content, my professors are not working, like for example, not working with me. For example, I take a biology class and I have 4 classes, and only in my biology class I'm not having a lecture. So for example, I have to learn the content on my own, and that is becoming very difficult because I want to achieve a good grade in that class, and all my other 3 professors are taking the time to do lectures and stuff like that. So that's a little bit difficult. I'm not sure exactly how other people are experiencing the difficulties with online learning, but I've suggested to my peers or the students to contact students in their own classrooms and do like a Zoom call or try to study for classes around the same time, so that it doesn't become difficult just kind of grasping the whole content by themselves. So I wouldn't be entirely sure how Morning College would be able to help with this, but I think try to just kind of hear them out on what they can listen to. This is my aspect, but my intake, but perhaps other students might have other struggles who might want to let you know about them.
Thank
I'll
you.
just address some of those concerns. This is Keith McLaughlin, the provost at the college. We are really working along with the dean's office to stay in close contact with the faculty. You know, we fully recognize the challenges that you as students are facing, in some cases our faculty are facing, in this sudden shift from going from face-to-face classes to online. Quite frankly, you know, some of our faculty, just because of being more familiar and comfortable with technology, we're able to make that transition easier than perhaps some of our other faculty who are much more accustomed to teaching face-to-face. And so some of this is evolving as we go, but we have asked the faculty to be really flexible as we move through this, you know, to the point where we're trying to help every student complete this semester and hopefully earn a grade. And then again, we're going to have this pass-fail system in place as an option for students and for faculty. But we really encourage students, and we're encouraging faculty to stay connected in every way. We know some of this we're probably going to have to deal with, like the lab portion of classes, or those classes that are not actually, you know, meeting in a regular way or online, because we know some classes are. So I think some of this we're identifying right now with the faculty what is happening, where the gaps are, and then we're going to put all of our resources, all of our staff together to help deal with each individual student situation, so we can figure out how they can complete as much as possible. And then we look at some alternatives in terms of, in the future, what we can do to help students make up for some of those gaps. I know that's kind of a general answer, but we're really working on this as we speak.
Thank you. I really appreciate that answer. And I guess, yeah, I understand perhaps some professors are more comfortable with actually putting lectures and being on the Black Collaborate. I just hope that most faculty can do that, just so that students still feel like they're in learning in classroom, you know, without actually feeling like this is, it has to be like done by themselves. But moving on, I know that in the open forum that we had with students on April 1st, there was concerns about graduation. And I just wanted to ask if anyone would like to answer what that is going to look like for the end of the semester, and our students are going to be able to graduate. So, you know, walk on stage and graduate.
I could talk on that. We've decided to postpone graduation, so we're not canceling it. We understand this is a huge milestone for a lot of our students, especially because many of our students are first generation, and their families would love to see them cross the stage and, you know, and make their first accomplishment of many that you're going to have. So we are postponing our commencement ceremony. Our goal is to have it early August, but we're not 100% sure. In addition, our goal is that to waive all commencement fees for our students that will be graduating. So we're working on putting that communication as well together, and we'll be sharing it with our students.
Awesome.
I guess I can go. So regarding basically on graduation, then, well, it's not, I don't know if it's like finalized or something like that, but would it be as early as August, as you said, Blanca?
Yes, our goal, you know, we want to ensure that we want to keep our college community healthy and safe. That's our first main goal, right? And maybe being able to provide the resources that you need to continue to finish your education here at Morton College. So as of right now, our initial will be the first week of August, contingent upon everything when it's going on with the pandemic is safe for us to have that. And to continue to plan for it. So the celebration on behalf of the college to our students is still in place. We're going to celebrate your accomplishments and what you do. So again, we want to make sure that our decisions are based on the health and wellness of you and your family and, you know, our college community. But as of right now, yes, it would be early August. Yeah,
because I was worried about that too, because since I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be transferring to a four-year university, you know, I know that I have things to, you know, to like the courses that I'm taking that I gotta transfer over there, that And I was just wondering about graduation, because to me, I thought of my feeling was that it was gonna be canceled. Like as other students would be worried about too, like that graduation would be canceled. But now that I know that it's postponed, now I can like relive the stress, because I was I was having some like feelings like as to am I gonna graduate? Like not just me, but other students as well that are gonna be graduating. So that's why I just wanted to make sure on that.
We would never want to diminish your accomplishments. We understand how hard many of you have worked, to get where you are and to get through that goal that you put yourself in. I think canceling is one of the very, very last options. Again, the college is committed to celebrating with you your accomplishment and your goal. So, contingent, again, all of the decisions that we've been making have been literally on a daily, sometimes hourly, because of what's the current situation that it looks like the entire world is facing, right? But more specifically within our country. So we're following a lot of our decisions based on the governor's recommendations, the governor's implementations, and as well as, the country's leadership. So everything that we do, it's always with keeping our community safe and, healthy. So, but as of right now, be confident that we are moving forward to planning your celebration of graduating early August. And the decision for early August was made to keep in mind people like you that are transferring to four-year institutions that may be leaving the state, so we want to ensure that we are able to capture everyone that's able to participate.
And just to clarify on that, of course, we're talking about the graduation ceremony. So students who are completing their requirements for their degree at the end of the semester, our degree audits are moving forward. So students will technically still graduate in terms of completing their requirements so that they can transfer on to the university according to their plans. But this is really about the ceremony of graduation. So all of the other technical aspects of you completing and actually graduating are going forward with the degree audit.
Yeah, because I've been keeping in touch with my advisor. So, and I know that I filled out like a form. I think it was called like the early commencement form. Because technically I'm going to be done in the summer, but I'm still going to be able to participate in graduation. So that's why I just wanted to make sure, because, the feelings that not just me, but other students as well, like what would they do if it's without graduation?
Yeah, and don't forget your graduation petition we extended the date, so I believe it's due April 10th. So any students that are graduating that are on track to graduate, they can petition for graduation until April 10th, which is this Friday.
Thank you, guys.
Hi everyone. It's me, Crystal. I just wanted to say good morning, well, afternoon. But I'm just happy to see all of you here. I miss everyone. And Blanca, going back to graduation, you mentioned something about the fees. Would we still have to pay the fees, or how would that work?
Blanca, if I could answer that question. So with graduation, you have two fees. You have one fee that's for commencement if you're deciding to participate in commencement, which gives you your cap and gown, and that's the fee that we are going to be waiving for students. And the other fee is for your diploma to be mailed to you. So that's the fee that you will continue to pay. The fee that we're waiving is the cap and gown as our thank you for everything that you've been doing.
Okay, thank you, Marisol. Another question, where can we pay that? Can we do it online, or how would we do that?
Yes, if you already completed your petition to graduate, it will automatically be posted on your account and you pay through your Panther portal. Sometimes it does take a day or two to post, but it will be on your Panther portal account.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem. Lovely to hear you, Crystal.
Thank you.
All right, so I have another question. I have a question about registration and registering for the summer and the fall. if we register for classes during the summer, are we gonna be able to go to campus and have classes, or is it also going to be online? And also tying in with this, are there any scholarships for the summer and the fall that are gonna be available soon that students are able to access?
So right now, we've not made a decision whether we're going to move our classes for the summer online. So you continue to register with the hopes that it's going to be the typical summer session at Morton College. Again, everything is contingent upon the pandemic. So our plans continue to be a normal registration. Registration is open. You can register now for the fall and the summer. So we can share that. If anything changes, we'll make sure to communicate with our college community. As far as the scholarships, my team is working on putting together a scholarship informational newsletter that we'll be sharing early next week so that you could see anything that you could qualify for and apply for it. And we're making sure that the scholarships are going to be available for all students, regardless of immigration background.
Thank you.
Anybody else has any questions that we could help out with?
I have well, I'm just curious about something. How are hand-on classes going? So like biology, like for labs, chemistry and other things like that.
As far as the labs, those, and also, you know, the career and technical courses that actually require people to be present on site, face-to-face, and hands-on kinds of courses. You know, we're still evaluating that. We're working with the faculty. And so we can get back to you, and certainly we'll update you with what we're doing with the lab portion of these classes.
Thank you.
I guess I have a question for like Michael. So basically, that I know that there are students that want to check out a book. How can they be able to do that, and where should they go? This is a question for Michael Cott for the library.
At this time, we're not checking out physical materials, but a lot of our vendors have provided access. So if there's individual titles that you need, contact the librarian and we can see about getting it electronic for you. You can chat with the librarian from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Just go to the Morton College Library webpage, and as soon as you go to the webpage, a box pops up saying, "Hey, can I help you?" And they're manning that from 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. And they can also help you not only finding databases, but there's some subject experts there too. So if you're having trouble grasping a concept, reach out to them. You can send them a file, you can send them a paper, they can look it over for you. And don't forget about the tutoring center as well. The tutoring center can help you if you're struggling with concepts or things like that as well. But that's the best way, is reach out, send us a title, and we can see if we can get it for you electronically.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I have a question.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. Love your background.
Thank you. I have a question. How will our administration retain and ensure that our DACA students graduate and are still coming into the school? As right now with the whole COVID-19 going on, there's a lot of setbacks with DACA as well. And right now that's one thing that I'm like really worried about for like my friends and all. So I want to know, how are you guys going to ensure that these individuals still graduate with all the crisis going on, and what are some of the resources that they can obtain to help them do that?
All right, Perla, did you want to give that a shot?
So hi Angela, and hi everyone else. So I've been hopping on a couple calls with attorneys and just other individuals who are more experts in this area. So there's a lot going on with DACA, as you said. You know, there is an anticipated decision happening in June. And as of right now, we don't know what's going to happen. So attorneys are suggesting that if you're a currently holder of DACA, then you should apply or reapply for a renewal as soon as possible. Now I was discussing with Blanca and confirmed with Marisol. So students can apply for the Student Emergency Fund to get a partial of the money so you can pay for the fee. For the DACA renewal, that's a $495 fee. So, this will help you out in that aspect. And I know there is also concerns with how the stimulus check is going to be distributed to families. And if you have a mixed status family, there are some restrictions where those families will not be receiving a stimulus check either. So in those terms, the Student Emergency Fund is there so you can apply.
How many dollars are in here?
But
Sorry.
if you guys want to have some sort of discussion within students, I'll be more than happy to set up another sort of meeting. We can combine it into a Cafecito meeting too, just so we can further discuss where everyone is at. If you have personal concerns, definitely reach out. If you're going through some emotional anxiety, then definitely contact our counseling services. Jennifer is always happy to help, but take advantage of all of these resources. But right now it's really difficult to reach out to individual students, right? So what we can do is make ourselves known that we're here to help, but at the end of the day, we're not going to be hunting. We don't have a list server of who is a DACA student. So it's really up to the students, to the student leaders to, reach out to other students to let them know that these resources are available. We are here to help. Myself, Blanca, Marisol, everyone on this call, we're all here to help and answer questions and give as much support as we can, right? But definitely never think that we're not doing anything. We're all doing our part, and this is a very, very unique situation where decisions are being made every single day, but we're always here to help.
I have an update in response to a previous question about labs and courses like that, if I could go ahead and respond. The instructor should be communicating with students individually about that, and in many cases they're offering alternative assignments to make up for the labs. But if there's specific labs that any students are registered in their courses with labs, and you haven't heard specifically from your instructor about what the alternative plan is, either through Gabriella or Blanca, if you could just email them, and then we'll direct that to the right dean and instructor to make sure that all students are aware of what's happening with those types of courses or sections of those courses.
All right.
I guess I have a question like for Diego, or sorry, Blanca, you were gonna say something?
Right. I was gonna ask if there was anybody else needed a question.
I guess this is a question for Diego about the student leader program. So I know that for a fact that even before all of this was happening, there were some students that wanted to know about the student leader program. And I just wanted to ask Diego, like, what are the requirements or what is needed for people to join the student leader program?
Well, thank you, Lucien. Ashley, I've been working on doing the application, even though we do have the online application for this past spring members, but now I'm working for the fall semester. So there's going to be an online form coming up soon for every student to actually, look over. There's going to be the requirements being set in the application as well, but also just quick updates. I'm planning to bring hopefully back the whole team, which is more students to get engaged. Just because with this spring semester, I had a really small team, but they were great leaders. They are great leaders that were helping me out as right now. So as right now, I'm working on the application. So hopefully by the next week, by the end of the week, I might have that form coming up for you all to start joining and helping out, like Blanca said, right? And mostly Sally might mention too as well. We're planning events for the summer. Hopefully, once all this is done, we want to make sure we get that student engagement back with you all and making sure the leaders are applying. And hopefully, the ones that I have right now be able to help me out in the summer for the events as well. So look up to your email. There's going to be an email coming up with application and more, details of what is student leadership program, but also how they can be benefit from joining the program as well.
So the application would be on an online format?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other student have a question they want to
I have another one. It's in regards to like the resources. Is there any way that we can get, or is there anything for like Spanish resources? I know, for example, like my parents right now, they don't speak English, and sometimes for me it's like really hard to translate stuff for them, as well with like my other siblings. So with that, like I have a lot of trouble explaining to them the current situation with my institution and compared to like my brothers. So if there's any like Spanish resources that I can give them or like show them so they can get a better understanding.
Most definitely. We can, I believe we could translate everything and then post it in English and in Spanish to ensure that the non-English speaking community can have it, such as your parents. So no problem.
Thank you.
I have questions regarding to the business office, the cashier's office, and the financial aid office. Are there any administrators here that are representing those departments?
I can help answer any financial aid questions.
Go ahead, Marisa.
Yes, I am happy to answer any financial aid questions.
So I have a question about the business office and the cashier's office. I've been trying to reach the business office because I had a fee in my tuition that I've paid for already. But I am trying to purchase some official transcripts for scholarships that I'm applying to. And in the website is not letting me Parchment where I'm able to buy those transcripts. So I was just wondering how can I reach out to the business office? Is there an email that I can look at? I haven't been able to find one. When I look for information to contact them, I've called them, but it seems like they were closed because the campus is closed. So,
Carla, to make sure I understand, you have a hold on your account that's preventing you from accessing your transcripts?
Yes, it's something. It's a fee, and I've already paid for it. But I'm still having trouble. It still tells me that I'm that my fee's still there, even though I already have a receipt on my email saying that it's been paid for.
Perfect. I'm gonna send them an email so that way you can have that access to your transcripts right away. But anyone else that's looking to contact the business office can contact our CEO directly, Mireya Perez. Her email is mireya.perez@morton.edu.
Thank you.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, everybody. I mean, I don't really have a question. It's more like a frustration that I got right now, and it's like, I'm taking 3 classes, and everybody has classes online and whatnot. 2 of my classes, I'm like up to date, and the transition has been, okay for me from going from class to online, But one of my professors, he doesn't update us on Blackboard, and he doesn't send us no emails or anything like that. But I got professors from other classes that they're constantly updating Blackboard. They're constantly sending me emails, and they're keeping us up to date. So for me, it's if these professors could do it, then he should be able to do it too. It shouldn't be an excuse for him. And then also he doesn't he doesn't update Blackboard, and on the Blackboard he just sends us this entire time he has only sent us 2 PowerPoints, and in those slides it still notes with the problems, but the problems are already solved, and it's don't give it to me soft. Like eventually do it step by step, because that's why I'm paying to go to college. I'm trying to learn, like educate me, learn more. I want to learn more of the material. And then also, like, like since he also reads like in cursive, like he writes in cursive, it's kind of hard for me to kind of understand what he's writing too, because since his handwriting isn't the best.
So if you could, and it's important for us to have this feedback so we know, how we can address this more specifically with individual faculty. You don't need to disclose the specific faculty name or anything right now in this forum, but if you could just let Gabriella know, and she'll send that information to me, and then we can follow through to see what's going on with specific instructors. Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I have another question. I'm sorry.
This is your time.
So with what Boyo said, for me, like the transition from moving to online has been really hard, because I just generally don't like online stuff, and I can't learn in a virtual form. So it's been a really hard transition, and I've been like talking to some of my friends as well as to like how they're feeling. And with like some of like the professors and all that I have and they have, we've seen how they still kind of show lack of like empathy towards those students that don't have the same resources as others, that don't have the privilege of having access to internet, access to a laptop or computer. And I know our school provides us with laptops. We can go over there and check one out, but the transition is still really hard, and it's affecting, and not, for example, I'm gonna use myself, it's affecting my grades, and I'm just simply trying my best to like manage work, but it's really hard when there's only one source of income coming into our household, and me trying to pick up as many hours as I can while I'm still losing hours is really hard to like just manage school and a job, and having to choose what do you care for more, your family or your job. So it's just like a really hard transition, and I want to know like what can I do and what can we all do together to enhance and ensure that regardless if there's many like obstacles coming our way, what can we do to try our best to just like succeed academically and as a community.
So we are we understand what's happening now, and we are in the aspect of the administrator, we are very compassionate, right? Into providing a lot of the resources that we're able to provide as fast as we're able to provide them, and ensuring that our students have the support. We completely understand that a lot of the income has been lost. We know that a lot of our community is a community that is very involved in the service industry. So the impact that it had on our community alone has been tremendous, you know, and which is one of the reasons why our focus went completely into providing as many resources as we're able to provide via the emergency fund, right? Via the food pantry. I understand, you know, and I completely understand, and we all understand the stigma that sometimes it could bring with going to a location and asking for food, you know, but that's what we're here for. And we don't want you to think that that's the only choice that you have when requesting assistance, you know, when coming to us and letting us know, hey, I'm having a really hard time. What can I do? How can I navigate this? You're not alone in this, you know. The unfortunate is that we can't see you, right? Because obviously we are all sheltering in place, and the best thing that we have right now going on is technology, and that how it could support us and how we can still be there for you to support you and to answer the questions. And if it pertains to calling on the phone and, you know, listening to you and being able to just, you know, just talking through your feelings, you know, I want everyone to know that we are all here to do that, to support you. When it comes to your learning, please use all of the resources. We have My Cot that has been a tremendous resource to our students as far as the library, the books, you know, anything that you need when it pertains to that. You have Marisol with the student services. So if there's something that you need with help and support that perhaps it could be financial, that could be a one-on-one discussion that you could have with Marisol. Gabriela is also a great source. You know, any person, any adult that you see here that is working with Morton College, you should feel comfortable to reaching out to them and getting the support that you need. And a lot of the times it doesn't have to be in a material, right? It could just be calling us and saying, I'm having a really hard time, I need to speak with someone. And while we have the professionals, Jennifer, we have Ashanta that could be here to be able to have that conversation with you on a more personal, right, more medical, I guess, conversation. Just know that your resources are here, and your resources are a phone call, a text, an email. For you. Our goal is that we help you navigate, help all of our students to navigate. We understand 100% how hard is this on everyone, and how it's shifted, that you, like you said, in your circumstance, you have to be a person that's going to help with the income in your family. So please use all the resources that we have available. And if it's not enough, reach out to us and allow us to help you, to support you, so that you can continue on and with your goals, as well as making sure that your family is safe and healthy.
Thank you for that. And thank you, Angela, for bringing that up. I see in the list of participants that we also have Jennifer Anikas on here. Jennifer, I'm going to unmute you if you want to also share additional resources or ways that students can contact you. Jennifer, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry, I just had to get my grandson out of the room. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I have been getting a ton of resources flooding my inbox, and I have been sending some of the ones that I think are of importance to Blanca and Perla to kind of put something together to share. The current students that I do see, I also am providing them with a lot of the resources that I'm getting, in case it could assist with their families as well. Just anything that I'm getting, I just try to pass on to whoever I think it can benefit the most.
Thank you, Jennifer. Any other student have additional questions, comments, or concerns?
I'm sorry if I'm going back with the case of graduation. So if I understand correctly, the fees for cap and gown are waived. So what is it that we have to pay for then, basically?
The only fee that you would be paying for is the diploma fee that gets mailed to your home, which is $15, if I'm not mistaken. But let me give you the exact amount in the comments in a few minutes. But yeah, that's the only thing that you're paying, the diploma.
So just the diploma, not cap and gown.
Correct, not the cap and gown. That's going to be our gift to you for everything that you've been going through.
All right, thank you, Marisol.
You're welcome.
I have another question, and this is not a question that I have, but a question that a student reached out and told me they had a question about this. So it seems like they want to know if they're going to have a refund check for tuition for some of the services that they're not using anymore, not being on campus. Is that going to happen for students, or is that something that is not going to happen this semester? I have seen other universities that also don't have decisions on it yet. What is the Morton College decisions as so far?
I can answer that at least in part, and then if anyone else wants to fill in any gaps on that. In general, we're going to handle it on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, we are hoping as many students as possible will complete their courses with a satisfactory grade, or a grade that they would be expecting in the course. But in terms of specific refunds, that's something that we would be handling on a case-by-case basis. And Marisol's office has a process where students can be submitting a request based on the circumstances. So I think at this point, that's how I would respond to that question. I don't know if there's anyone else that would want to respond with anything differently.
Yes, and the form that Keith is referring to is the student feedback form for any student who is requesting a refund for either tuition or fees or lab fees or whatever fee that they're requesting. The feedback form is available through your academic advisor.
Thank you.
Any other student
Else
have?
that we could help answer, provide some guidance?
I have a question. I borrowed a laptop from school before, and I had trouble like connecting it to my Wi-Fi, and like it just wouldn't let me. And I've also heard other students like borrowed a laptop from school, and they've said that they had problems with it. Like, is there like do IT check the laptops before they give them away?
So you borrow a laptop?
Yes, I borrowed a laptop.
Yeah, you can bring it to our department and we can check it.
I did take it back. I just returned it because I didn't have a charger, so I just got one, so that's why I returned it. But yeah, I had trouble like connecting it to my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's connecting to Wi-Fi is based on your security that you have on your Wi-Fi at home. For that, unfortunately, we cannot do anything. Everything is based on security for your Wi-Fi.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't, and I've also heard like other students had trouble with like the charger, like they wouldn't be able to disconnect the laptop from the charger because it would just turn off.
Yes, some of our laptops, we are upgrading every laptop right now, and some of them are 5 years old, and as soon as they hit a 5-year, laptops are going to be malfunctioning. But because due to the emergency, we just needed to pull every single laptop available that we had so the students can have at least something to work with. We will be ordering more laptops for our department so we can have up-to-date laptops available for students to use.
I would also like to say that you could use the Student Emergency Fund to apply for a laptop. We ordered a good number of laptops to be able to give to our students. You don't have to return that laptop. That's all for you to keep. And the application, I just linked it on the chat feature, so that way you have access to the application directly.
So by basically applying for the Student Emergency Fund, then like applying for like that particular like laptop, we would get to keep it basically.
Yes, and let me clarify, it's a brand new laptop in the box. No one has used it. It's brand new, and yes, it's for you to keep.
Yeah, they're coming. They probably will be here either by tomorrow or next week. And basically, like Marisol said, there's a brand new laptop. We'll just be making sure that everything is right with the laptop, and then she will be making the decisions how the students will get it, who will get it, and when they will get it. By the way, remember that all the students have access to free Microsoft Office. You can download it from your portal. So if you get a new laptop, make sure you go into your portal and download it, the Microsoft Office from the student portal.
All right, all. I have a message from a special guest that's here with us in the pantry.
I think that's my cue. Good afternoon. Thank you to all of the students that joined this live chat. And I also want to extend to the students that will possibly listen to this on our website or listen to it through some technology platform. These are obviously really difficult times. There's more that we don't know than we do know. For Morton College, however, here's one thing that you can be absolutely assured of. We are always going to make decisions that are in your very best interest. When you run into obstacles, roadblocks, whether we're dealing with a worldwide pandemic or not, our staff stands ready to support you as you pursue your goals. One of the things that has persistently concerned me over the last 4 years is at times what I perceive as a reluctance from the community to speak up and speak out. I would just want to encourage every one of our students listening to this, as well as those that you have an opportunity to pass it on. Give Morton College a chance to make your situation perfect. I would encourage you, at the very least, never accept no for an answer, and continue to push and push and push to get what you want, to get exactly what you need. I trust from this brief discussion here, as well as your prior experience with the college, that you've had an opportunity to experience a culture that values you, values your opinion, and puts your success as the very top priority. And in fact, it's the single priority. Give us a chance to make things right for you. Blanca repeatedly sends out communications via social media, and generally she'll always list her institutional advancement email. If you run into a roadblock, you don't know where to turn, a resource with the college or a resource just in the community, hit that email, and I can assure you Blanca and her team will direct you to the correct person. Our staff is very mindful of working with our students and community as if the shoe were on the other foot, as if we want to treat our students and community the exact same way we would want to be treated in this same situation. To wrap up, I'm standing here in the food pantry. And I think this pantry, as I had previously mentioned, I believe at the ribbon cutting, similar to our outreach with adults with special needs and the programming that we provide for them. This reveals the character of the institution. While I have been in here, we've had 3 or 4 guests to the food pantry. And you and I both know that the service that this food pantry at Morton College provides is standing between someone being hungry or not. Morton College is here for you. You win, we win. You're successful, we're successful. We don't want to ever be guilty of doing anything that makes your path towards achieving your goals more difficult or more challenging. We want to come right alongside you and help you shoulder the burden so you can achieve your goals for you and your family. I'm looking forward to seeing you real soon. Hopefully it won't last too much longer past April 30th. In August, you can count on some type of graduation ceremony. I think everybody going to UIC ought to have some big blowout, don't you? Thank you, guys.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I would. Not just me, but also other students as well that want to graduate and want to go on stage and achieve like no one has ever done it or something similar to it. So yes, Dr. Fields, I'm pretty excited personally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Agustin. Marisol?
Sorry, I was unmuting myself. Yes, Agustin, I love to hear your energy because these are the reasons why we make the decisions that we make, because of students like you that are so energetic and so happy to be participating in an event like this and commencement in general. So thank you for your energy. It's so contagious and it just makes me super proud to be at Morton College and helping students like you. And again, if there's anything else that we can do, help you navigate through these dark waters, please let us know. We're just either a phone call or a email away. Thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Yeah, I wanted to join ever since like Gabriella's mentioned about the Cafecito. You know, in my very first year here at MC, I was struggling a little bit because I didn't know where to navigate in my very first year. So I was completely lost. By the time I got out of my comfort zone, clubs and organizations, it's been helping me really well. And as of right now, I will mention this, that I'm living through a situation right now where my own father is positive on COVID-19, and I just got the news from him yesterday, and it's been really rough for me. And I know that I have a support staff with me, like Gabriella, Sally, all of you guys. So that's it's and then just going with graduation, as Blanca was saying, in early August. I think that I'm gonna bring my whole family with me so that way I can, you know, tell them like, hey, I accomplished, because me personally, I'm aiming for 3 degrees. So at least accomplishing 1 out of the 3 is really, really a big achievement for me.
Yeah, we just want you guys to know that you guys are not in this alone. We are here with you. You know, our responsibility obviously is to our families, to our health, but our responsibility is to you too. We work for you. We are here to help support you and to help navigate this together. Don't ever think that you guys are alone, never. And we are going to celebrate each and one of you and making sure that you cross that stage and you continue on to your academic goals. Please count on that.
If I could just add one more thing. I have been asked to talk a little bit about placement test. I know that there's been a lot of questions. Obviously, we're not able to offer placement testing at the moment because the campus is closed. We are waiting to hear from the College Board to give us a little bit more guidance in terms of what we are able to do. And we're hoping to have that decision by the next day or two. So you'll be hearing from us pretty soon regarding the placement testing. But that I could answer, please feel free to email me directly. I did put my email in the chat feature as well.
Absolutely. Agustin, we're all here with you. Please reach out to any one of us. We'd love to have you check in with us. We're here with you. And Dr. Fieldstan, thank you so much for sharing those words with us. I know that our students are very happy to hear from you. So thank you so much. And thank you for being here with us. You know, he's being a champion and sharing the day with us here in the pantry. So I'm very grateful to have him here with us. I also, on behalf of Morton College and my co-host Diego, thank you all for joining today's call. Thank you to all of the students that made time out of their day to join us. Please know that there are going to be more virtual cafecitos coming soon. There will be one tomorrow with community and continuing education, another one next week with the National Society of Leadership and Success. And there is a few other ones that are also coming on. So please just continue to check in with us. Follow us on social media so that you know what that schedule will look like. In addition to thanking our students, I also want to thank all of our Morton College Panthers, our staff, our administrators that joined us today. Thank you all for being here and sharing your coffee with us. So with that, I'll go ahead and close this chat. And for anyone else that has any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us or contact ask@morton.edu. Thank you and have a wonderful day.